Todos los miércoles a esta hora, Colectos Club Monterrey presenta Red5tv con Calvin de Scruffy y Lobo de Nerf Herder. Comencemos. Chewy, punch it.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos esta noche de miércoles de charla aquí en Red5tv. Yo soy Lobo de Nerf Herder aquí con ustedes. Solo, ahora me tocó estar solo. Calvin no se apareció, no quiso venir, no sé qué rollo con él. Así que estamos muy bien, estamos muy contentos porque el día de hoy tenemos una invitada muy especial. Ahorita ya está aquí con nosotros, vamos a platicar un poquito de ella, conocerla, porque yo la conozco desde hace mucho tiempo, he estado siguiendo su trabajo y es una cosplayer increíble. Y pues bueno, vamos a hablar un poquito también de sus fanfilms, ¿ok? Entonces, bueno, un poquito de como advertencia, esta entrevista va a ser en su mayoría en inglés, puedo ayudarles a traducir algunas cosas, así que por favor, dejen sus comentarios, no dejen de dejarnos sus comentarios, todas las preguntas que tengan. Aquí vamos a estar viendo un poquito del trabajo de nuestra invitada, así que dejen sus comentarios, dejen todos sus likes también y compartan porque esto va a estar muy, muy padre. Estoy realmente muy contento. Entonces, yo creo que sin más, vamos a darle la bienvenida a nuestra invitada. So, our guest is here in backstage. So, let's please welcome my friend, I can say my friend, I hope, Rei Kennex. Hi, Ray, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for accepting our invitation. I'm really glad and honored to have you here. I saw your fan film last week and it was amazing. And since, as I told you in backstage, I've been your fan since a long time ago. And when I saw your fan film, and now that we have this show in YouTube, I said, no, I have to interview her. I would like to talk to her right now. So right now we have some viewers from Mexico that some of them haven't seen your fan film yet. So this is going to be very special because they're going to know you for the first time. It's going to be about Rei Kennex. So
Great, yeah, I think I have my second biggest following is from Mexico, actually.
really?
So, yeah, so that's a pleasure after the United States.
Okay, that's great.
So yeah, so hi everyone from wherever you are. I always happy to see you all on my lives or in the comments. I have a lot of Latin American friends online, so that's awesome to talk to you guys.
That's great. So I don't know, personal question maybe. Do you know Spanish? Anything?
No, I don't.
No. Okay, well, at the end, I'm gonna make some kind of experiment with you. Maybe you will learn a little bit of Spanish at the end of this.
Maybe I speak in 3 languages, and I know a little bit of French too, but not Spanish. I can say gatin casten.
Okay, gato. Yeah, that's great.
He's here with me.
Okay, that's awesome. So first of all, I would like to
Sure.
start this interview by asking you, Ray, when did you, I don't know, at what time in your age or in your life did you see Star Wars and did you become a fan of Star Wars?
The very first time I think I really started to get into Star Wars was when the prequels came out.
Okay, episode
I
1
saw-
and 2, 3.
Yeah, so I saw them in the cinema with my best friend, and that's when I guess I really got into Star Wars universe. And then when The Force Awakens came out, this was like the second rekindling of my love for Star Wars. So that's when I started cosplaying as well.
Okay, but
Episode
so
7.
so did you see the prequels and I guess you saw after that the episodes 4, 5, and 6?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, so you started with the prequels, and what was the thing that made you be in love of Star Wars? I don't know, the space battles, the lightsabers. What did you saw in Star Wars that makes you blow your mind?
Well, I always loved science fiction growing up. I was reading tons of books and just getting my hands into everything I could find. So, Star Wars was the first big cinematic universe that I saw on big screen, and I guess there was not a single thing that I can point out that I loved the most. I think it's such a vast universe with great stories, great characters, and it has some humor in it. It has adventures. It also has depth, a lot of metaphorical meaning. So
Yeah.
overall, it was just such a great place to be mentally. I guess it was entertaining, but at the same time, you can dig deeper as much as you
Yes.
wanted. and you can always find someone to relate to. So whoever you are, you will find a character that you're like, oh, that's just like me, or somebody I want to be like.
Okay.
So I guess it was just very inspirational in every way, creatively and story-wise. It was just everything was incredible about it.
It is incredible. There's a lot of people that became fan of with the prequels or with seeing characters like Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, Darth Maul. Is there any specific character that you saw in the prequels that you love the most?
Yeah, I loved Anakin a lot.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's the story. So yeah, right away Anakin was my favorite because I like I said, I saw prequels before 4, 5, and 6, so I knew he was Darth Vader, but I didn't see that yet. So
Okay.
it was just a different perspective, I guess. So yeah, Anakin was my favorite.
Episode 1, 2, and 3 is one of your favorite of all.
My favorite is episode 3.
Okay, Revenge of the
Star
Sith.
Wars episode.
That's great. That's awesome. So, okay, and what about the cartoons, the Clone Wars, and these other shows that appears with after Episode 3 ended? Because remember, Episode 3 was going to be the end of the franchise. So, did you see? I don't know, like Clone Wars, then Rebels, and then things like that.
Yeah, of course, because I cosplay Hera, and my Rebels Ahsoka also is from the Rebels. So I love
Yeah.
Rebels. I saw it multiple times, and of course the Clone Wars as well. I love. I can't even pick which one's my favorite because they're just I love them all for different reasons.
Yeah, actually, I saw your cosplay of Hera. I saw your Ahsoka as well, and you look amazing. I have to say that. And then you started cosplaying in the sequels with Episode 7.
Yes.
You say. So what was your first Star Wars cosplay that you made?
It was Rey. It was Jakku Rey.
Yeah, Rey. Okay, maybe this is no, I don't want to say tricky. Maybe it's a hard question, but there's a lot of people that didn't like Episode 7, 8, 9. There's a lot of things going on there over there. How about you? Did you like those movies?
I absolutely loved Episode 7. I thought this was just made with so much heart, and it was an amazing reintroduction for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I totally loved Episode 7. About Episode 8 and 9, I have different opinions on those. They're different movies. They're different from Episode 7. They're between themselves. They're very different. So there are things I like. There are things I don't like as much. But out of all the sequels, I definitely absolutely adore Episode 7. That's my favorite of these three.
Yeah, I know. So I understand because Episode 8 was difficult. It's a difficult episode. I like Episode 8, but it was hard to come to that conclusion. I like it. I don't like it. It was, mixed feelings in that.
I personally just prefer when you have a good setup, when that setup is being developed rather than completely changed. So. But otherwise, the cinematography was great in it. There's a lot of good things in there as well. There are porgs. Many people don't like porgs. But yeah, otherwise, I love Kylo Ren. I guess he's one of the best characters in the sequels.
I agree.
So yeah, there's a lot for everyone.
I believe Kylo Ren received the most development in the sequels. So
he did. That was his movies.
Actually, it is.
That was his story.
And I really enjoyed how he became or transformed from the bad side to the good side at the end. And I personally like this last battle with Rey and versus Palpatine, but well, it's not about that. So okay, Rey, what's your first cosplay? It was easier. It was difficult to. I don't know. Did you create your own cosplays?
Yeah, that one mostly yes, not all of it, but I had I commissioned someone to get the leather done, but the rest, yes, it was not very difficult, I'd say. Just a lot of learning as I went, learning how to work with fabric, how to do a lot of weathering and dyeing the fabric. I loved working on the props as well. So since it's not, it's not an armored outfit, it's just mostly clothes. So that's why it was easier to do.
You will say that of all your cosplays, Rey is the most easier to wear?
To wear? Well, I have so many. There are some that about the same level of comfort. But yeah, she's one of the easiest one because it's just clothing and a belt. That's it.
Okay, so let me read some comments. Lucky for you, there's some comment in English. So let me see here. We have Gabo Cam. Whoa, this is awesome. I just watched the short film yesterday. Very creative and great actors. This is
Thank you
Gabo.
so much. Thank you.
Chuy Cavazos. Hello, Ray. I just became a new follower and watched Secura's. You're awesome with a lightsaber. We're going to talk about, well, I hope we can talk
Thank
about
you.
why. Mandalore Express, these guys are from Texas. What a great conversation. We can wait to watch the fan film. Congratulations, Lobo. Oh, thank you. That was for me. The Mandalore Express, if you can share the link to the film, I will appreciate you even more. Sure.
Yeah, we should share it so people who didn't see it
Actually,
can
I
watch.
have here ready the Ahsoka Fulcrum and Secura. So if you're okay, maybe we can put like some not the entire fan film, just a couple of seconds so they can
Sure,
watch it.
yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so Calvin from Monterrey, Mexico, she's asking if you're an actress because you do a great part as Ayla.
Thank you. Yes, I am an actress. That's my main job, and that's what I do in normal life. I'm a filmmaker as well, so I don't just act, I also write and produce the films. So kind of a little bit of everything filmmaking.
Actually, you're not just an actress; you're a singer too, right?
Yeah.
I just heard the Armor. Is the
Mm-hmm.
song?
Yeah,
I just
Armor.
heard it, and it's amazing. It's
Thank
really
you.
amazing. So let me start asking you about your fan films. I saw, well, with Secura, there are 3 fan films.
Yeah, well, the first one is super tiny, like a trailer. So say Fulcrum is the first one, which is a trailer fan film kind of mix, and then Sakura is the second one. So I don't
Oh,
consider
okay,
the
okay.
first one to be the full film because it's so small.
Okay, so let me just put down the music. So I'm going to share the one that says Ahsoka, a Star Wars story, is just 49 seconds.
Yeah, it's a teaser. It's more like a little like a fake teaser.
Okay, okay. Let's
But
see it.
total, yes, there's 3 of them together.
Okay, this is one. So you can see it?
Hmm.
I don't know if you can hear it. Okay.
There it is.
So, so that's you.
Hmm.
Report that to Lord Vader.
Well, look
It's
at
one of the
that.
first times was one of the first times I wore Ahsoka ever.
Yeah,
So
really?
there were changes since then. I changed how I do the makeup on her. The crown was changed, so it was just like a little test, I guess.
See, yeah, I saw indeed that you have a lot of stormtroopers. Are those from maybe 501?
Hmm.
They are, yeah?
Yep,
Okay,
they're my
okay.
friends from the 501st Legion. I'm also a member. So
Awesome.
for the first one, we had I guess there was 5 of them together, and then when we were doing Fulcrum, there was so
Okay.
much more because they already knew that it was going to be something fun in the end. So they just all invited their own friends, and so on the location they just kept showing up, and we ended up with the entire squad of them.
Well, I saw Fulcrum today in the afternoon just to be prepared for this interview, and it's really, really, really amazing. I have it here. Let me just put them because,
Thank you. That
be-
was
be-
a lot of work for 5 minutes.
yeah, I mean, I have questions about it.
Sure, yeah.
So this is Fulcrum, and maybe I shouldn't put everything, but for example, here is Aiden Versio. This is you.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah,
Did a little cameo.
yeah, I know.
Well, like, well, why not? I have the costume. Let's just put Aiden in there.
Because in Fulcrum is where you appear with Ahsoka, like meditating and changing the kyber
Hmm.
crystals.
Yeah.
That's
Like
not what I like about here in Secura, because you took like these moments from the characters that are very important, and we didn't see that in any
yeah.
show and any movie. So,
Yeah, that's why I
and
wanted to show it because it's like such a cool moment to do. So like, let's just,
actually, it is very cool. But for example, I am pausing here. The holocrons, the lightsabers, those props you made them, you buy them. Where did you get those props?
The holocrons, these I borrowed from a friend of mine.
Okay.
He had them. And then the little crystals were the real actual crystals, the quartz crystals that my other friend gave to me for the shoot. And the lightsabers, it's my own custom made lightsabers. And then all of the parts for the lightsabers that you see on the floor around me, those
Uh-huh.
I found here in Los Angeles. There's a place that collects parts of spaceships. So it's a big warehouse, and they store all kinds of technical things from the spaceships that you can borrow for your shoot. They
Okay.
have all kinds of machinery and very interesting looking devices, and they had huge boxes full of little metal parts. And so
Okay.
I dug in them and I found all of those little pieces that looked like lightsabers. So it's something you can't find on Earth because they only make it specifically for spacecrafts. So
That's good.
those are very unique pieces, and so they let me borrow some of those, and I put them around like as if Ahsoka found those parts to build the lightsaber from. So it's like a little cool
No,
trivia.
that's very amazing. Yeah, here in Mexico, there's no stores like that. We have to elaborate and construct all of that. Let me read some other comments before we continue, because we have here Fan Club Star Wars Uruguay. Good night, community. They say, buenas noches, comunidad. Qué bueno que están aquí con nosotros.
Good.
Fan Club
Good
Star
night.
Wars Uruguay. Cal says, what a great guest, amazing characterization. It is an amazing characterization. Mandalore Express from Texas. Wow, what a great talent, actress, director, writer, producer. Oof, yeah, she's amazing, right?
I had a great team. It's not just me. So
Actually, I was going to ask you, but for example, I honestly don't know, but did you make your own makeup for example, here in Fulcrum?
yep. Yeah,
Did
all the
you,
makeup is my own.
okay, and the Lagos, the Montreals, all of those parts.
The Leku was a collaboration with an artist called Fram Dam, and so I got the headpiece from him, and I did some more work on it just to finish it up. Sort of, I did all the inside work, so it's molded to my head. I'd replaced the crown. I did some little paint touch-ups. So it was, yeah, that one was a collaboration.
Okay, so let me just continue on this in Fulcrum, because we're seeing a very great part here. It is something that shows in the novel of Ahsoka, right?
Yep, that's from the book.
Okay. Can we say that Ahsoka is one of your favorite characters?
Definitely, she's my second favorite after Anakin.
Okay, that's awesome. Here is a question from Cal. He's asking if you took some special classes to do the fight with the lightsabers.
Yes, actually, I started to practice with the lightsabers specifically for SECURA for the film because I knew I wanted to do some lightsaber action. So yeah, I had some sessions with my trainer, and that's how it came together. Well, before that, I did a little bit of fooling around, but it was not like class or something like that. Just just playing with it. But yeah, for this film, yeah, I had several classes, and I'm still very much new at this, but since then I've been working, so I've been getting better and better. Hopefully by the next one we can do some kind of cool fight, something like that. I have a very good instructor. She's very busy right now. She's working, but hopefully next I don't know, whenever she's available I can get back to it because it's very fun.
That's great. For example, well, when we continue watching the fan film, Mandalore Express says that it's member of the 512, so that's right. Yeah, I didn't know that Mandalore Express was a member of the 501. General Kenobi, yeah, yes, there's
Yeah,
Kenobi there. Cal says that your Ahsoka is amazing.
thank you.
Dark Cannibal is here. Hello, Lobo and everybody. Well, he's trying
Hello.
to write in English, I believe. Jose Luis Treva, great interview, Lobo. Congratulations for your new film, Rei Kennex.
Thank you for watching.
Luis Caruli, good night. Greetings, Lobo. Thank you so much, Luis, for being here. And thank you so much, everyone to be here. This is very amazing. So this is you, right?
Yep.
Amazing. And those Mandalorians are from Mercs? Or
Yes, it's one Mandalorian. Yeah, they're my friend. He's from Mercs. It's his own costume.
well, it's truly amazing that you have Fire One Mercs and you there in the fan film.
Yeah, just the people are so talented. It just makes
It is.
sense for the for them to be in the film, and they love it too because it's a chance for them to to have fun, to showcase their work. So overall, it's great.
And you produce and did you make the story for Fulcrum, right?
Yeah, well, I collaborated, so we worked together with Jason Crossman, who is my co-writer and director on both of these films. So we both bounce ideas and come up with a story. It's definitely a teamwork. But
Okay.
I'm like I could say I'm a creative supervisor of the whole thing.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm keeping an eye on every aspect of the film, of what's going to be in it, what's going to look like, locations, music. So kind of so we collaborate, but I'm more of a from a creative side, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
He's the brains behind this, and I'm helping with intuitive, creative touches. Oh, your sound disappeared.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. So that was Fulcrum, your fan film, one of your first fan films. What was your inspiration? What was the idea that you want to create with this fan film?
Well, this is just a setup. That's why we made it look like a teaser or trailer.
Uh
So
huh.
you can see little bits of the story, but we want to do the entire story now to fill in the gaps. So you see Ahsoka in her pre-Fulcrum days, how she realizes there's a need in the rebellion, that they need recruits, they need leadership, they need to be united, that they need help too, and then she goes on to become Fulcrum. So that's the story, and we wanted we actually still want to shoot little bits that will fill the gaps. So more like
Okay.
more like films, like a complete little stories. Like here she meets the Mandalorians, and then here she does something else, goes on a mission, like a mini
Okay.
series, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's amazing. There's a question here from Mandalore Express. He says, "What are your thoughts on the new Kenobi series, Miss Kennex?"
Oh, I'm super excited for that. Well, it's
Okay.
not out yet, so I don't know, but it looks really great, and I mean Vader's back and Nub is back, and it's gonna be great. So I'm very happy that the director in charge, Deborah. She's the one director who's going to do the whole thing. That means it's going to be more consistent with the
Okay.
vision. So I'm super excited.
Okay. So, question here: what do you think is most, um, maybe, would you enjoy the most? Seeing Anakin in the series of Kenobi or seeing Vader?
And I'm very much looking forward to the flashbacks.
Okay, that's great. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Chicavazos here is asking, how did you celebrate this past May the 4th?
Well, I released the film. That was my whole day. I was online on YouTube. So that was
Yes,
my
sure.
celebration.
An amazing fan film, let me say.
I didn't do anything else. I was just home.
Okay, Cal here says, please don't stop doing fan films. I was
Ah,
going
thank
to,
you.
I was going to ask you that if there you have any other plans in the. Well, it is too soon, maybe because you just released the fan film last week, exactly. But did you have any plans for the future?
Yeah, I always have tons of ideas. It's just picking what's next. So definitely new Fulcrum short, and definitely new Ayla short, because we need to know what happens next. So those two, it
Ooh.
just all depends on my schedule and people's schedule, and also I'm for everything myself. So it just depends how fast I can make the money to make it happen.
Exactly, exactly. That's that's important, right?
Yeah.
Also, Cal says, I hope when they see an Ahsoka versus Vader fan film,
That
would you?
is one idea I really want to do, but I already talked about this, and we already have a Vader actor on board, Dupree Darth Vader. You probably saw him in a Vader fan film, but it's gonna be expensive to do it right because of the special effects and all the
Okay.
stunts. It's not gonna be an easy one to do. So, but I want to do it.
Okay, that's I would love to watch that. Talking about Ahsoka, what is your opinion about the live action version of Ahsoka?
Um,
Okay.
um, Well, let me say this. Ahsoka is just such a huge character, and she's become like one of the most, I guess, biggest characters. And I have a personal connection to her. And the Ahsoka that I'm not gonna say like Ahsoka that I grew up with, but spent so much time with and got to know her throughout the years. That was an animated Ahsoka. And
Okay.
so that's not saying that the live action Ahsoka is bad or not good or whatever. I'm just feeling connected to the animated version. That's just my personal connection to Ashley's Ahsoka, to animated Ahsoka, how she was portrayed, her story in the animated series. That's what really touched me and made me love her so much. And I saw so many similarities with that version of the character. So I'd say that's the one I prefer. But I understand that in live action, lots of people will get introduced to Ahsoka through the live action who didn't see the animated ones. So it definitely has its own purpose, and it's a new story of her. It's her more mature, it's her own quest now. So we'll see what they do. I know Dave Filoni's baby, this is his character. So whatever he does with her story is going to be great.
When you play Ahsoka in Fulcrum in the fan field, or when you are characterized as Ahsoka in any con, there is there any? Well, let's say it in Fulcrum. Just focus on Fulcrum.
Mhm.
Did you took inspiration on Ashley's voice, on Ashley's thoughts, on maybe how she moved, or is something that you took from her to recreate it in the fan film?
Yes, totally. Because when we were working on Fulcrum, there was no live action yet. It was only animated
Okay.
series. So absolutely, Ashley's voice to me is the soul of Ahsoka, and how she emotionally portrayed her through her voice. That's Ahsoka's heart. So of course, I wanted to get closer to that and have the same tone and the same warmth and the same spirit of that Ahsoka, just transition it to live action. That was about the performance. And then, like you said, how she moves, how she walks, how she holds herself. It was entirely based on the Rebels Ahsoka, a little bit on the Clone Wars, but mostly on Rebels. Because
Okay.
Ahsoka is very elegant, very graceful, very poised. She has this very calm strength to her, wisdom, kindness, and you can see all of that. So to take that from the cartoon and to put it in live action, that was my goal. So I know I'm not, I'm a different person, so I can't replicate the voice exactly. That was not my idea, but I wanted to keep it close. So when you look at it and listen to it, you see Ahsoka and you feel Ahsoka's spirit into it. So that was my goal to do in Fulcrum.
But let me say this because I was, as I said, I was watching Fulcrum today in the during the day, and I believe I heard her. I heard her voice. So right now you're telling me that you try to maybe not to mimic her voice, but you sound like her, and that's amazing. I have to say that's amazing. When you
Mm.
saw this is another question. When you saw episode 9, did you recognize her voice when she talks
Oh
to
yeah, of
Ray?
course.
And how
Of
you
course.
feel? How did you feel in that moment? I mean,
Oh, that was so cool. I was just so
it was
happy
so
that,
cool.
she
Yeah,
got her little moment in there in live action. That was so great.
yeah. When I
That was
hear
awesome.
her, and when I heard Kanan, that was like a big moment in that special moment. That's amazing. Okay, so continue with the comments here. LGP Vintage Toys is here. Whoa, Lobo has gone international. Of course,
Yay.
my dear friend. Carl is asking if you ever met Ashley Eckstein.
Yes, I have met her several times, and she's amazing.
Really?
She's awesome. Yeah, well, because I'm in LA, so she comes here very often for events and conventions. I met
Oh
her
yeah.
at the Star Wars Celebration. I met her here at several events. She's always just so friendly and so kind, and she's just incredible. She's an inspiration, I guess.
Yeah.
So what she achieved in all of the areas of her life, what she does for fandom and for Star Wars. It's very admirable. So, yes.
I met her in Star Wars Celebration Chicago in 2019, and yeah, she's great. She's amazing.
She
Eh,
loves Star Wars, she loves her fans. She's a very, very warm person.
it is.
She's awesome.
Okay, Mandalore Express says, "What an amazing guest, very down to earth, willing to share with us, and we can feel
Yeah,
the passion that she has for what she does."
thank you.
Yeah,
Definitely have the passion.
yeah, you have to because what you do is so amazing. We can notice that you have that passion. So after you release Fulcrum, what was the reaction of the fans? Did you find that they love it? Did that this serves you to be known in any other places in cons with other fans?
Yes, because it got some very nice response. A lot of people watched it, so I guess so. Yeah, more people knew about what I'm doing, and that was a nice thing. But overall, I guess again because it's Ahsoka and everyone cares so deeply about her, and everyone has their own idea how she should be. So overall, I was actually surprised that people loved my version. There were some people that in their mind she should have been something different, but that was expected. So I always welcome all the opinions. Like I said, it's how you connect to the character, what you imagine them to be like. It cannot, you cannot just fit into everyone's vision. So you just pick what you connect to and you like that. So I
That's
don't understand any conflicts when fans are fighting over things. I'm like, well, you can like one thing, I can like another thing, and we can still be fans, right? So
That's right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you and your Ahsoka works for inspiration of some artists that create like posters that they we can find in Celebration, right?
yes, yes, for two official Star Wars artworks that I was Ahsoka in. It was by Eric Mael, and another one was by Joe Caroni.
We got the running, yeah.
So I did that, and I also was Hera in that huge banner at Star Wars Celebration Chicago
Really?
2019. Remember that huge mural? I was Hera
Yes.
on that. Yeah.
No way. Wow, that's right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just stared
Yeah.
on that big wall that they
Mhm.
have at the entrance,
Yeah.
and I didn't know that was you. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, I'm blowing my mind right now. So, Cal, he's asking us if you gave us as where the Star Wars Collectors Club Monterrey is the name of our club. We have like more than 20 years and making
Oh wow.
events, exhibitions, and any other thing. So, Cal is our like we're gonna say president of the club. So he's asking you permission to make the fan dub on Spanish of your films.
I have to talk to our director about this because there've been other people asking about fan dubs, but I have to double check how everything goes with that.
Okay,
This is
because
not,
sorry, go on.
yeah, it's just not just my decision, so
Okay, okay.
I
Because
have to ask.
here we have worked in the past. We have done made the fan dub of the cartoon of the holiday special,
Mm-hmm.
the Loyal Wookiee. We made the fan dub, so maybe Calvin is asking about that, talking about that. Chica Vasos is asking if you collect any action figures, comics, movies.
Not really. I don't collect things like that because I prefer to keep my things minimal and not
Okay,
get what I don't have to have. But I do event just every now and then I do buy something I really like some Ahsoka statues, like or whatever. Yeah, but I'm not collecting. I just if I really really love it and I feel like I have space for it, then I'll get it. But otherwise, I already have too much. So I don't need any more.
that's good because I can say collecting is very difficult, very hard.
Hmm.
Okay, so Mandalorian Express says she has spoken. Correct, she has spoken. Okay, so let's talk about Sakura, the recent fanfilm that you
All
released
right.
last week. I don't want to show Sakura. I want because it's brand new. I would prefer
No,
to.
you can just show the very beginning.
Okay, you just gave me permission.
Just the very beginning is fine.
Let me share it because I want you to everybody to watch Sakura because it's amazing.
You
And
just
here it
show
is.
the opening, a few seconds.
Until you appear, I want you to see it, your Sakura because wow.
I say it again.
Until the part that you appear as
Yeah,
Sakura.
yeah, whatever. Yeah.
So look at that. Blah.
The clankers are gone. Maybe. Odds up. I think you might be right. Seems we got them all, General. General? on, General. He's gone.
Move on?
There she is.
At my core,
Ah.
I'm a Jedi.
Okay, they can watch the rest.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So my first question here, because I'm trembling right now. My first question to you is, why Sakura in this time? Why Ayla? Why did you change Ahsoka for Ayla and not the other character?
Well, Ayla, I love Ayla so much, and she's a character that everyone knows, but no one knows anything about her.
Okay.
So she has a great backstory. She has a lot of interesting things to her. So I wanted to give her some spotlight and to tell her story as well, so more people get to know her. And all of the things that happen here, mostly, well, the story is their own story, but some of the elements they're borrowed from the legends from comic books.
Yes.
So there's a lot of lore references, and I wanted people to get a little bit of glimpse of her, who she is, and about her relationship with Commander Bly as well. So even though it's just 6 minutes, but we still wanted to show those little things about them, and how close they are, how they're friends, they're comrades, they fight together, and that makes Order 66 so much worse.
Yeah.
For both of them. And also she's just a cool character visually, just to do the costume and the makeup, and very interesting to bring to life in a different way, because we only see a little bit of her in the prequels, and in the comic books she's very different, and then in the Clone Wars she's very different again. So like, what's Ayla, what is she like really? And so we combined everything together, and I decided to come up with my own kind of own idea of what Ayla is based on all of that. And I think it turned out really cool. I mean, she's just a very interesting character. If you read about her, she went to the dark side and back, and she was super loyal to her master, Quinlan Voss, who is also an interesting one, right? And very unconventional Jedi. And she's also a Twi'lek, which is unusual for a Jedi to be a Twi'lek, since they're very emotional and they're very sensitive, and a Jedi is all about like conceal, don't feel, sort of.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why Ayla, just a combination of everything. I wanted to bring a character from the shadows, the one who deserved it, and like, hey, love her, she's awesome,
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Basically, that's what it was.
And that's true what you said, because we saw so little about her in the movies. Then we saw her in the comics book when she has a lot of stories. And I really enjoyed that you took the idea of putting Quinlan Voss in the fanfic, because he is a very important part of her life in the comics. Then in Clone Wars, as you said, is very different. So which was the biggest inspiration for you? I know that you created your own Sakura, but did you take more from the comics, from Clone Wars, or it was totally you?
It was, like as if you took everything in a blender and you blended it all together, and then I shaped it all myself. So basically, it's an equal mix of everything. I guess it's the easiest way to explain it is like that. So in the comics, we see one layer. In the Clone Wars, we see a different layer. In the prequels, we see a third thing. So I did it all and combined it all together. So you see glimpses of her personalities in this film from everywhere. You see that she's very mission driven. She's a general. She gives orders. She's an authority. So that's from the Clone Wars. Then you see her like a sassy, playful side, and that's from the comics. And then my own take on her being this, vulnerable character, because in this film you can see she's opening up to her Commander Bly. She never does that.
No.
But with him she can share her feelings and feel comfortable with that. So I guess I just wanted to combine all of that and create a character that's multidimensional, that's not just one way. She's not just this or just that. She's not just a baddie or just a general or just a Twi'lek. She's all of these things together, and depending on where she is in life or emotional, that those sides are kind of coming out, and that's what makes it so interesting about her.
Yes, she is. Before we go to the comments, I have a little complaint to say about the film. And it's do you know how hard it is for some fans to rewatch Order 66?
Oh yeah, I hate it. I hate Order 66.
Yeah,
I hate it.
I hate it too. We saw it in movies. In I don't know. It was in Jedi Fallen Order and Clone Wars, and every time it's difficult. And in Secura is also difficult to watch Order 66. But let me read some comments in here. Carl is asking, where was the place that you make the film of the first minutes that we just saw? Where was the location of that?
It was north of Los Angeles in the desert.
Okay, that's very cool. Rulo Torfan says this film is a beauty of work. So
Oh, thank you.
Mandalor Express says, wow, the cinematography looks amazing. One of the best Commander Blight that we have seen.
Yeah, Jeremy has an incredible Commander Blind. He built it himself, and his is just great.
Dark
It
Cannibal
looks CGI.
It's not CGI, that's awesome.
No, it's not, but it looks CGI. That's how good it is.
It says Dark Cannibal. Even I believe it was real. It looks pretty good. It is pretty good. Mandala Express is asking, will you do a film with Quinlan Voss?
If I find an actor who could play Quinlan Voss, then I maybe use him in one of the films. I love Quinlan. He's just a little crazy, but he's awesome.
Awesome. Alejandro Clon Morales, good evening. The guest can also play the role of Lady Garza from the Book of Boba Fett.
Well, yeah, I like Garza, but she already exists, and she's from a new show. So for me, it's like it's not interesting to copy something that's already there. Even though I can see why you would say this. Yes.
Yeah, me too. Chica Bases is asking, would you consider cosplaying Ventress? That's a no.
No, I love Ventress. She's incredible, but not just because of the hair. But no, she's not my vibe, and so no, I wouldn't do her justice.
Mandalorian Express says, sorry, not boss. I mean Master Fisto, Secura's significant other.
Oh, I love that part. Oh my goodness. Okay, so.
Oh wow.
Well, okay. Kit Fisto is just very. I love Kit. He's like the Superman of the Star Wars. He's like handsome, fun, strong, cool. Amazing in every way. Yeah. But he's freaking multiple Laku and the face, and I cannot do that by myself. I would need either some insane prosthetic and then enhanced by CGI on the face, and I would need to have like hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this right. So I wish.
Sounds difficult.
That's not gonna happen, unfortunately.
Oh, sad. Ray, great approach to Ayla's, very complete and feels real.
Oh, thank you.
Talking about
a lot. Thank you.
Talking about this, talk about the makeup, the I don't know, the body paint that you use. Mm-hmm. You just said in Ahsoka that you made your own makeup. This time is, I believe, as well, right?
Yeah, except I had help with airbrushing with the spray paint because of the amount of skin that's exposed on the back and here. So there's places I cannot reach by myself.
Okay.
So I had help with the application of that, but then everything that's the face, all of that makeup, yeah, and patterns on the Laku, I also did those.
LGP Vintage says, "Food Commander Blind." Okay.
No, he can be, he can be nasty, but he's a good guy deep inside. That makes it interesting.
I know, and after all, good soldiers follow orders, no?
Yep.
This film must be canon, says Rulo.
I wish, yes. It needs to be canon so we can do more.
Imagine that. LGP says, Ayla is my second favorite Twi'lek next to Hera.
Yeah, Hera, great. Hera is also awesome.
Yeah, is there any chance that we can see your Hera in any fan film?
Yes, I was Hera. I was like a little bit of a cameo, but it's in a fan film called Doom, like Caleb Doom, about Kanan.
Okay.
So I have a little appearance in there as Hera, and then I'm going to make another cameo as her in the upcoming film that's called Legacy of the Mandalorian. It's a longer film that my friend's making, and I'm gonna be there as a as a little hologram that's giving orders. So
That's
that's gonna be
amazing. I didn't
interesting.
know
Yeah.
that those cameos, and we're gonna be paying attention. Carla says, Ray, you're making your and many fans around the world dreams come true. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Okay,
so
so
happy people like love the idea that I'm not gonna spoil it for those of you who haven't seen, but I'm so happy people like the idea of what we did with this character because it was bold. I know it was like we were not sure what their reaction would be, and maybe some people would be like, "You can do this" or whatever. It's too crazy, but then everyone was like, "Yes, we love this." So it's
okay,
cool.
but for example, what is the most difficult part of creating these fan films?
Paying for everything.
Okay, that's difficult.
I guess the worst thing is when you have big ideas, epic ideas, and you have to work on a very limited budget because Star Wars is a black hole for money, and the
Right.
more you want to do in it, that's Star Wars, then the more money it costs. And unfortunately, yeah, that's so you have to be creative, definitely. Like we could film the entire feature film with Ayla with her just talking, but no one wants to see that. You want to see lightsabers, you want to see fighting, you want to see some spaceships, so
Exactly.
can't get away with it. um Otherwise, if let's say apart from that, the hardest thing is hardest thing. Yeah, that is the hardest thing. I don't even know what's the other hard thing is. Everything else is just, I guess, organize everyone because a lot of people work on
Yeah.
their own free time on this. So just managing everyone together so everyone can work on this. That's the hard part, just producing. And then 20 hours in makeup is also hard.
20 hours of makeup?
Yeah, like here's
Yours.
I was that was a very crazy day because I had to start makeup very early. That not even in the morning, at night because it takes like 3 hours or 4 hours. So we had to start at night, and then we had to drive for 4 hours, and then we had to shoot the full 12 hours, and then we had to drive back, and then I had to wash everything. So by the end of the
Oh,
day, like you're toast. Like, it's just everything's hurting, everything's itching, and yeah, it's that's the hard part.
okay. Okay, that sounds fair. Uh, well, as I said before, these fanfics that we just saw, Fulcrum and a part of Secura, I really enjoyed them because you show parts of these two characters that we didn't saw in movies, and you answer things like the sabers, so like the white sabers of Ahsoka, and watching more deep the execution of Ayla Secura in this fan film. Is there on any other backstory of any other Jedi or any other character that would you like to explore in a fan film? For example, I always have a question of what happened with Luminara Unduli when she knows what Barry Sophie did to the other Jedi. So something like that you want to explore in from any other character of Star Wars.
I have to think about it because I have to be really invested into their story and who they are to do something like this because it's so much work. So for now, we're just sticking with Ahsoka and Ayla. And
We're good.
yeah, but if there was anyone else, I would do more Hera. I think maybe pre Rebels Hera or something like that. Something about her. But otherwise, not at the moment. No.
Okay, no, that's good. That's fair. Kali's asking, Ray, you should open a GoFundMe stuff. I'm pretty sure many fans contribute to see you in more films.
Well, the thing is that Lucasfilm does not allow crowdfunding of fan films. So it's something they will let you shoot those films, but they do not let you do crowdsourcing for it. And some people still do it, but I don't want to get in any trouble with them and any legal trouble with them. I'm already thankful enough that I they let us do those films. So I don't want to just
Get in troubles.
I don't want to get in trouble this way, and that's why there has to be another way to do it. So I just make the money myself, and if
Okay.
people want to come and help with their skills and their time, that's how we make it happen. Maybe I'll do a GoFundMe for my original film, then you can come and help.
Okay, we will be pending on that. LGP says, Sakura is my new favorite fan film. Thank you for letting us know
Oh,
about Doom. I love Rebels.
thank you.
Rafael Montero
Yes.
says a Patreon would be cool too to fund further projects. But well, we already talked about that.
Patreon or Patreon.
LGP, the biggest question is what happened to Barry's.
Maybe we'll see.
Okay. For the fan film, is there an Lucasfilm permission needed?
No, there's no permission needed. You can just shoot it, but you cannot monetize it. You cannot monetize your YouTube channel if you're doing that. So you can't make any money with it.
Okay. I understand that. El Cuarto de Star Wars from Mexico. Hi, good night for the two. It's incredible to look at Rei Kennex. Yeah.
Hi, good night.
Okay, Ray. Well, I'm really excited to have you here as my guest. I've been your fan since a long time ago. I don't remember when. And as I told you backstage, we were gonna do, at the beginning of the show, we're gonna do a little experiment. And would you like to say "May the Force be with you" in Spanish?
Sure, let's try this.
Okay, that's great. You can repeat after me. It's "May the Force." It says "Que la fuerza."
Que la fuerza.
Be with you. It's "Te acompañe."
Say it again. Te acompañe.
Te acompañe.
Te acompañe.
Que la fuerza te acompañe.
Que la fuerza te acompañe.
Ah, qué bonito. That's very, very
Okay.
cute about you.
I didn't kill it. Okay, good.
Okay, so there's someone here. The Puke says, "Please tell her that I love her." Okay.
Aw, thank you.
Okay, Rick, it's amazing to have you here. I'm very, very honored. Please, before we go, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on my Instagram. I believe I typed it in my little window here. It's at Rei.Kennex. And
It's
when it said type your name, I typed my Instagram in there, but I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, it's just Rei.Kennex. And then on YouTube, it's the same thing.
It's like this, right?
Yep, it's that. And then my YouTube is youtube.com/Rei Kennex, one word. So you can find all the films there.
Okay, so please go follow her and be patient
Yes.
from another fan fields for
Go
her.
watch and share. The more people
Share,
see,
it's important.
the sooner we can make some more.
Exactly. Okay, so last comments that we have here. El Cuarto de Star Wars says, the participation as Ayla, it is incredible, and well, she's a character that I want in a Black Series figure, a hug, and what an incredible live action.
Thank you.
Rulo, oh, I just fall in love. Yeah. LGP, Ray, I hope you get to do films you want to do. Fan films makers are the true filmmakers and Star Wars fans.
Thank you.
Put her Instagram, bro. Okay, it's Rei Kennex. You can see here.
Just did.
Chicavazo says, great interview. Thank you. Cal says, that's the Que la fuerza te acompañe more adorable in the entire world.
Oh yes, Ukrainian flags. I see a bunch of Ukrainian flags. Thank you for this so much. Okay, hang on, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna.
Okay. I'm here. Okay, so
it's specifically. I'm gonna show this specifically. Oh my gosh, for the pug who posted a bunch of Ukrainian flags. Look at this.
Okay.
Look what I have.
Oh, look at that.
It's the pugs with Ukrainian flags.
Oh, because let me say that you're making some contributions to Ukraine, right?
Yes, I do some fundraising and some raising awareness for Ukraine.
Okay, so we can see this also on your Instagram, right?
Yes, I have a bunch of links and the animal charities that I help and donate to, and I have also an Etsy store. So whatever you buy in Etsy store, I donate the proceeds to the shelters to help animals. So you can check that out as well, and help out if you want to. There's a bunch of cool little things in there that you might like if you like Star Wars.
So guys, you have to be right with me. Rei is the most adorable person in the world.
You're too kind.
Mandela Express, what an amazing guest. The pug is, whoa, it's amazing.
There's also a cat. Watch this.
Oh, look at that.
These were charity stickers I bought, by the way. So yeah.
Okay, so please go and visit the Etsy store of Rei. Rei, thank you so much for being here. I'm really, really happy to have this conversation. The box says that she looks good as Ahsoka. She looks amazing as Ahsoka. So we're gonna say goodbye right now. Please go follow her. Go and watch SECURA. Rei, I'm gonna take you out from the screen, but please don't go. Okay?
Thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Thank you all.
Okay, I'll be back with you in a minute.
Okay.
Chicos, pues muchísimas gracias por habernos acompañado. Estoy muy contento por la plática que tuvimos el día de hoy. Tuvimos una invitada muy, muy padre. No se vayan porque ahorita sigue The Lego Squad. Va a estar aquí con nosotros, así que no se lo pierdan. Yo soy Lobo de Nerf. Muchísimas gracias por habernos acompañado. Espero que les haya gustado. Recuerden dejar sus likes, sus comentarios y compartan. Así que ahí nos vemos en la próxima. Cuídense.
Gracias por habernos acompañado en un viaje más de Red5tv con Calvin de Scruffy Lobo de Nerf Herder, una producción de Collectors Club Monterrey. Toda una vida coleccionando. Recuerda seguirnos y darle like a nuestras redes sociales. Te esperamos.